Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Alice and I'm an urban gardener. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me and to come to my channel and just to hear what I have to say. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. So in one of my other videos I talked about propagating plants at home. You have a certain number of plants and you want to increase them in number. And so I have a couple of them that I have that are ready for potting, and I thought I need to talk to you about them before I pot them. Although even the potting process I'll show you how it's done in another video. But for now I just wanted to cover, I have about maybe 15 or so different types of plants that I have either saved, either they were dying and I have saved by putting them in water, or I have started through either cutting or a seed or a plant itself and started it off in water. And I will start with the begonia. Yeah, so this is a begonia. So you can see it here. So I just cut off a node. Yeah, and I'll go into detail in another video, and just stuck it into water. And then it starts, I change the water, say once every couple of days or even up to a week. Sometimes I even do it every 2 weeks. And and so the roots start to develop until such a time like this, and then now it's time for potting. And what I normally enjoy is when I see new growth. Like here you can see this is a new baby leaf. I really like that. Yeah, so these are, you can always use these cuttings. They're growing and they're still part of adding aesthetic value to your home. Begonia, another type of a begonia. This one I was just pruning it, so I decided, oh, let me just take the cuttings and put them in water. And hey, look, we have roots. The avocado. What's a meal without an avocado, eh? Kenyans and the way we love our avos. So when you eat your avocado, don't throw away the seed, because hey, you may have some trees, eh? So here you can see these are the roots just from the seed. Look at that, it's amazing, eh? Easy one. Oh, anyway, they're all easy one to do. And so when you have the plant, you have, when it's growing in the soil, in the pot, you'll have something like this, growing offshoots like this, eh? And so all you do is just detach it. There you go. Yeah, it looks like that, and then you just stick it in water. This is a ivy. They also called hedera, but just a common ivy. Here again, this one I was just trimming it, I was just pruning it and put it in water. And there you go. You can see the roots. Yeah. So it's really a nice, fun way of getting new plants, so you can use what you have, to add on more and more plants. And then the kitchen is not left out in this system. I have my garlic here. I just put this one day in. So this is a week, 7 days. This is how, look at that. And then I also have my onions, white onions. You can do it with red onions as well. And what I like about these, you can see the roots. It's a little small, but then it's really grown. So we've eaten this, I think, twice now. So I cut them just with a pair of scissors, and it's like spring onions. So it's like your own DIY spring onions. But you can have, a continuous supply of spring onions just from, look at that. Yeah. So just from one plant like this, if you have just one, you can already get quite a bit of spring onions. So if you're eating your salad or you're eating your pasta, and you have just one plant, one plant like this is just enough. You cut it with a pair of scissors, and there you go. Then I have another acacia here. This one was dead, actually. I don't even know. I think it has resurrected or something like that. but she was in a very, very bad state. So she, yeah, let me just say that. But look at her now, she's so pretty. Yeah, so you can see that root system. Yeah, and you can see some more growth here. Really, really nice. So this is a peace lily, and there you go. You can see the root system there. It's not too bad, eh? Snake plant works. The pineapple that you will eat. So you cut the top off. You can see the roots. Woohoo! And then when I put this in soil, I will have my very own pineapple in 4 years' time. 4 years is a short time, isn't it? It's just the day after tomorrow. Anyway, those are the joys of gardening, I suppose. It's also learning how to be patient. So what you do with the pineapple is you cut off the top part, the head part, and then you take off some of the bottom leaves, and then you leave this bottom part a little bit exposed. Put it in, stick it in water, and it will form roots. And this is, how old is this? I think this is also 6 months. Yeah, this is about 6 months as well. So 6 months then plus 4 years. So basically we're talking 5 years maybe. I've seen some people say that they get their pineapples in 2 years, but who knows? We'll see. Yeah, but in the meantime, when I put this in the pot, it's still really pretty. You know, it's still really pretty as it's growing slowly. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win, I guess. Another philodendron, heartleaf philodendron, and all this is just growth in water. Yeah, so I put it in water when it was perhaps a little bit smaller than this. Yeah, and now here she is. So, and then now from this one, I can still get a lot more. So you see all these here, these are actually roots. So I can still cut here, yeah, and continue my propagation. So out of this one, so I can still cut just below all these nodes, right? Can you see? I think so. And then out of this one sort of stem like this, I could probably get at least 10. I could probably at least 10 plants from here. So these are the joys of, you know, having your plants at home and starting to propagate them yourself and getting new plants out of that. And then once they grow like this, you know, it's a great joy to see. So you can start them off as smaller. So these are from the same mother. So I start them off this small. Look at that. Yeah, so you can put this in soil or let it grow a little bit more, you know, still pretty, in water. And then you can see they all have roots. Yeah, pothos I think I've talked about a lot, but again, you cut it from the node. I think I have from one mother plant, I think I have maybe over 100 other plants have come out of that. And she still, you know, I still have opportunity to get a lot more. So like, you know, I think I've shown this to you in another video. Yeah, so you can see that. And then also the size of container, whatever you have, you can even use a bottle. Yeah, and then it doesn't have to be a clear glass. You can use colored glass or colored bottle. I have some of them in colored glasses. I just can't see, but yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so it won't, look at this, it will still grow. Yeah, so even if you want to have nice colored glasses or bottles, you know, as decorative in your home, like, you know, on the dining table or in the living room or in the bedroom, you know, just as an accent addition, that's fine. You can be doing two things at the same time. So you can be having a living plant there, And then you have, you know, the vase or the glass that is perhaps the statement that you want to portray. So you want to have a nice looking colored vase, which is fine, but then you have a live plant inside, which I think just takes it up a notch. Okay, then mighty Monstera. Monstera is a plant and a half. And yeah, so here you go. Can you see? Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's not too near, but you can see the root. So let it grow a little bit more. But yeah, so there you go. There you go, there you go. The ZZ plant, but you can see the roots here. Yeah, so nice and healthy and ready to plant into soil. Well, ready to pot. Arrowhead. This is a very common plant, this one. Yeah, so I really like how it looks when it's growing. But this one I would be cautious, especially if you have children, because it is poisonous. So young children, I have children, but then they're not that young, so it's fine. But you really have to be cautious. And I must mention that anytime you handle your house plants, no matter which they are, always wash your hands. Always wash your hands. Yeah, so always be careful not to handle plants and then putting your hands, eating or whatever, putting your hands in your mouth. Just always keep your hands clean. If you don't remember, then please try and put on gloves. It's always better to be safe than sorry. So I'll also do a video on plants that are safe to have in a home with children, because that's a very important one, or with pets. There's some plants that are toxic to cats and dogs, so that too, you need to consider, right? But I have that on my website, so I have a couple of articles on which, on plants that are toxic to pets, predominantly cats and dogs, and that are safe and unsafe to have in an environment where there are children. So that's an important conversation to have, and that's an important factor to consider when you're bringing in plants to your home, or even when you're moving to a new home. Say you're moving to a new place and there's plants around. It's just good to check around and see what there is, just so that you're sure that your children or your pets are safe with the plants that are there, right? Like I said, always better to be safe than sorry. I have one last one here. This one was also dead. This is another resurrected one that has resurrected. Well, she's barely resurrected. This is a caladium. I just found it had fallen somewhere on the road. I don't even know where. And I picked it up because and came, put it in water, and voila, she's alive, I guess. So yeah, she even had a new growth, but then anyway, I put her at a window, and so I think she got the baby got burnt a little bit, but it's fine. Here's a new, Ooh, look at this. I'm just noticing this baby. Have you seen this? Look at that leaf. Ooh, so pretty. So at the time I am potting, I will likely get rid of these two leaves that look like they're the unhappiest things on earth. But let's see. I'll let this one grow a little bit more. I'm not too sure about this one, and then pot it out and just see how it goes.